Alright, heading to my math quiz, hoping I'll do well because I haven't passed any of the other ones this chapter, but I don't know. And then I got my video uploaded from last week already, and I'm starting to compile the video montages for my SolidWorks modeling and my milling and other machining for my engine. Baby, passed the quiz. Felt good. Alright, let's see, I got my workbook done. Still have to study for math, but they haven't put that on yet. But other than that, I just have math homework left tonight, and I don't really want to do that right now, so I printed out what my pull-up bar is going to look like, some actual dimension drawings. So I'll still, actually let me staple this to it too, but then at 2, I'm going to go do a little bit of woodshop working until I've got choir at 3. David's downloading next Horizon, and I finished milling down and drilling these other piston sizes. Alright, first time messing around with Excel, and we had some equations we went through in class, and just had to figure out a table and a graph. So figure out this graph, and what the equation is: the velocity if we threw our roommate out of a window of, let's say, let's make a height of 25 meters, 15 meters, maybe a start angle of 35, and then a velocity of, see, not that strong, maybe a velocity of like 15, but at an angle of like 35. I don't know what would I have there? 15. What if we're starting angle of like 75? That's kind of funky. But yeah, it's cool what we can do with Excel. Tom's back. Just met him.
Yo, is it Tom? Oh, man. It's your boy Tommy. Hey! That's my
this edition. Trying this type of clutch now. And I have my new piston cylinder piston I made yesterday and today, and I'm not gonna remake this, so I'm almost done. Still want to figure out if that works though. Good news, I just was working on my engine and I did a little couple changes and I ran it again and ran faster and I made it to 4 minutes and 50 seconds.
He's gonna win. There's
I've
no
almost, if I break 5 minutes, I think I'll be close to beating the record. I know the record just sometime in 5 minutes. And then I had a new 3D printed part I added, and that, I'm not sure if it worked better. I think I have some more changes to it, but then it just snapped. So now I have to reprint it, but that's all good. And then I come back up and somebody's, I'm fine with this, stole my game and was playing the Mind, which was fun. Here, I'll go show you.
Yeah, you can put it on right now if you want. I mean, I don't know where you're gonna put it on.
Alright, so that was good, David. I was planning on getting some more homework done and 3D printing, redesigning that clutch, but then everyone's already set up and playing one of my games, so I introduced them to Avalon. We played one round of Avalon, and then we played Spyfall, a couple rounds of Spyfall. And that was a lot of fun. And now it's 12 o'clock, and I haven't decided yet if I want to wake up earlier to make up for playing board games tonight, or I just sleep in. I think I might just sleep in. Oh no. Good night. Today was a fun day. I also, crew arrived. So next time I have a break and want to reward myself, I'm going to be reading the instructions to that, which should be fun. And yeah, it's been a good day. Alright, got back from math, and good news is we reviewed the topic I wasn't sure about, and I actually understand it now, which is good. I'm going to get my Theo done, get my Excel spreadsheet, math homework, and all that stuff. And I think today I am going to redesign my clutch rather than go to the shop. But yeah. Oh, and also in choir today we are performing at the football game Saturday. So we're rehearsing out there today. Just got done with jazz band. It was actually a lot of fun. I did a really good solo on Sugar that I'm really proud of. And not so well on what you're dealing with, but I just got to work on that a little more because I worked on and practiced it today, my solo for Sugar, and it really showed. It worked out really well. Man, I like that. That was a lot of fun. Alright, just got done with the lecture and the assignment for Excel, and this was it to make a spreadsheet of the engine torque. So I have my 3 different configurations, a set of tables, and then a graph of the torque for each configuration. Pretty cool. I finished my new clutch design. Here, 1 minute late. Finished my new clutch design, which looks a lot cooler. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but that's it right there. Looks pretty cool, I think. Yeah. I think I'm actually really tired. But I don't know if I'm going to get to bed, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get ready to bed. I'm gonna take some melatonin, and then I'm gonna read the instructions on how to play the crew. I think that'll be pretty fun. Alright, I've been working on this Excel spreadsheet on calculating torque, but with a new twist where pretty much old one was wrong, and we had to come up with the equation. He was going to get to in class, but he challenged us to look for it. So I hit my head for a good chunk of time, and I finally calculated out, had a little bit of error typing it in, but I finally figured it out and I got it right, and then I ran around and danced around. That was a lot of fun. And now once the next person comes in to check in for volunteering at the Maker Hug, I'm going to go time lapse building my pull-up bar. Alright, I just was studying some math. Everyone else is studying in colleges, but when they get back we're doing D&D. I'm so tired. It's only 8 p.m. But I wanted to come back to my spreadsheet here and this equation and actually like emphasize like how cool it is that I actually found this. So pretty much, let me pull up the old spreadsheet. This is load. Maybe it's in here. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Oh shoot. Alright. Now I have figured out. So this was the original spreadsheet, and I did some work to it, but pretty much, how do I explain this? Okay, originally this was just a normal sine curve, but the pressure isn't always on. It's only on from here to here, and there's this negative torque which affects the engine because that's resistance to it going backwards. But that's all nice and fancy, but what was incorrect was this was measuring angles theta of the flywheel spinning. So that was saying from 0 to 360 degrees what's the torque at each of those. And while that's what we do want to end up doing, you want that input. Torque is calculated via the angle between the piston and the crank disc there, because this is the force coming this way and the angle is between that and that. So somehow we need to come up with a conversion that's between that angle and this angle. And he said to look for it this weekend, and there was nothing more than that, nothing else to go off of. So I drew my my piston, and it goes to this flywheel. Oh, it's really loud. And I needed somehow to sync it right here. Actually, wait. I needed to relate these angles right now. And the law of sines, A, B, and C, actually don't relate that. I found that from looking that up because we don't have this measurement right here. And law of cosines needs that angle. So pretty much what I figured out was I solved this to find that angle, and then did a relationship here where A is equal to that, A here is equal to a really big number, and then had this relationship, and this was the end equation. And it took some troubleshooting, but I was able to get that right. And now I just need to, it's a good feeling that I was able to figure that out on my own. But now I just need to work on fixing this graph. But this is what it's going to look like. Alright, I did it. I did it. Here's the equation, and here's what the graph is supposed to look like. I'm pretty sure. I sent it to Neil to check, but it looks good.
Packed all those warm clothes.
It just keeps
Yeah.
getting colder and colder.
Alright, update from D&D. Brady and Caswell weren't able to come, so it was just me, Sean, and Jared, and we really got our voices nailed down and stuff, so we were having fun with that. And then we went shopping, and for the first time I actually realized that, oh, with money you actually can get cool things. But I still have no sense of the value of money, so I got completely ripped off. But I got a cool weapon, a staff with like 2 metal spheres chained on the ends, and then a shield that cost even more than that but had no magical properties. But it was pretty cool. And yeah, and there were some other things that probably aren't appropriate, but it's college D&D. It's funny. Alright, just woke up, took a shower, and I feel really well rested. Got to bed maybe like around 11:15 and decided to sleep until like pretty much 9. And it was nice. I don't know how often I'm going to be able to do that, but I got most of my homework done. I feel okay. Well, every time I say I feel confident about the math quiz, I don't do good, and then when I don't feel confident, I'm not good. So I'm still going to study for this hour in the morning, but I reviewed the homework and I'm pretty sure I understand it. I don't know how much you get through. I don't know also if we have a review portion. I don't know. We'll see. Man, it's so frustrating. I needed to take an inverse of a part of the equation, and I had it there. I had written inverse of this, but I forgot to take the inverse. So every question after that depended on that. And then I was looking back at my answers and it just wasn't clicking because I wasn't getting one of the answers. And I'm like, man, if this was just flipped, I'd get this answer. But I trust what I had. But I did change every other answer because it was the only one that would make sense. But if that was flipped, but it didn't click that like, hey, that is supposed to be flipped. So I kept that one there, and I missed one other one that I didn't actually get. So it was right, I got that one wrong. But if I had gotten the other one right, I would have had an 80%, and I wouldn't have had to take the quiz on the exam. Yeah. But I understand. I think I understand all the topics, so I'll still do the same amount of studying, but I think when I do take the exam, it'll be just like, I'll do fine, I'll understand it. It's raining pretty hard. I think I need to get an umbrella and find a way to attach it to the outside of my backpack, but I'd much rather, I think, have an umbrella than wear a coat and then have to take it off inside because it'd get too hot. Alright, I've been practicing a bit, and I think I got to the point where I could play through most of it with minor pauses, and I think I'll perform, or at least play Star Wars contemporary piece for you guys again, now that I've worked on it. Will it stay up? Okay, maybe I'd try this. Alright, that should work. There you go.
Are you doing your hand grab?
Beautiful.
Oh, that is going so fast. In comparison, I don't know.
Beautiful.
Oh, that is going so fast. In comparison, I don't know.
That's what'll do it. Those speeds with that flywheel and the bonus.
Yeah.
If I used
Her in the shop.
Justin, there's an incident. You need to check the cameras.
you want to learn the dance, I can teach you the dance.
5 minutes.
Yeah, keep going. It's still going.
No, it's gonna. It feels like it's gonna stop. It just gets like
It just doesn't stop.
it like barely peaks over and then goes again, and that adds like 10 seconds each rotation.
I feel like if you get the bearings cleaned out,
Woo!
easily over six already.
What? If you hit 6, I'm going to flip. I'm going to bloody flip. Oh my goodness. I'm scared to breathe as next to this thing.
Can't go too long. We gotta part eventually.
No way.
These ghost pill shop ghosts.
Is it gonna
No,
hit?
it is. It's breaking
That's
6.
gonna hit 6.
It's hitting 6 minutes. Oh my gosh. Dude.
Yes!
It just keeps going.
Oh
It just keeps going. This has to be a new record.
Yeah, this is most definitely, I'm pretty sure, a record.
What a legend.
Okay.
Okay.
One more.
Wait.
Oh,
Gotta
yep.
get the time. Make sure
Yep. It's still going.
Let me hold this for you.
Okay, one more rotation. One more. Get over. Yep. One more time.
6:30.
Yep. It's still going.
Still my going. gosh.
One more time.
What on
This is it.
earth?
This is probably it.
What on earth? Oh,
Oh.
Still going.
Still going. Yes.
One more
It's still
time.
going. No.
Oh my
way.
How
Okay, this has
low?
got to be it.
Yeah.
time.
Good grief, that's
This guy. Check this
Thank
guy
you.
out.
Oh, I should do slow mo.
true. At least these, that might be. Do you have to run it a little while to get up to speed?
I think so. It does seem like it's going slower than it did before. I don't know if.
We're at about 16-ish PSI.
You could call it like 13.
Somewhere in there. The nut is set to like 20.
Yeah, because it definitely was going faster. I don't know if something changed.
You bumped up to 20.
I don't think we.
Was this more like the speeds you were getting?
Yeah. No, it was 18.
Yeah.
it without the flywheel attached.
That might have something to do with it.
Maybe.
If the,
Yeah, you might be leaking.
that was
It
loosened
sounded
up
like it
again.
was Well, it looks cool, and you're so close.
See.
No, no, no.
Yeah, we ran it for 7 minutes, 2 times a day.
Yeah.
Just toasted. Yeah, it was gorgeous.
Here's the water clutch, just so you just engage that time.
We're not up to speed yet.
It wasn't.
Yeah, when it's up to speed is when it's good. It's different than other clutches that we do.
It seems
Yeah.
kind of like a, when the thing vibrates enough, it works as a loose
Yeah.
head clutch.
Yep.
So it's really clever design compared to like what I tried to do.
Hey, yours was very close. It just
It didn't work. I mean, it worked, it just didn't work well.
barely worked enough.
I still don't fully understand the magnetic
Can you turn it
resonance
back
thing.
down to 15 psi?
The fun thing, Tyler, was machine like this.
Yeah.
Steel is remarkably temperamental.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's rare. Steel's awful.
Yeah. I probably like the same this away for hours.
I was checking this.
Oh, there we go. I'm assuming that's the speed you were talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you send this simultaneously running through?
Yeah, no. I did it. Oh, that's such a good feeling. 7 minutes, 11 seconds. I have even like degreased my bearings, so I still can go longer. That's amazing. And the thing is, they normally don't let you run. If you go past 2 minutes, they just shut you off and move on to the next person. So that means whatever my record is, I think stays. Oh, this is so good. I'm so happy now. Now to play Mafia. Hello, good sir.
Hello.
Out of curiosity, was yours an ace emblem?
I'm just wandering, doing our thing, hoping no one kills us.
Our first cult meeting. Here we will sacrifice Paige.
Ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga chaka. Guys, Sean's coming up. Sean's alone.
I told you.
Alright, as is the classic in most of these games, I got killed first. I don't really care though, because the game's going pretty slow, and I think they're going to easily figure out who did it. But it was a lot of fun. I was having a conversation with Sean and Emily, and then they just sliced me at the end, and I think Andrew saw it. So now I'm just waiting, so they can't see who did it.
Don't stare at the sun. Come on, let's have some fun.
Yeah.
talking about?
No, I don't.
These little.
All right, it's midnight. Just got back from Mafia, and I was the killer the second round. And I hid in a bush, and I jumped out and killed someone. And then in the end, I killed 3 more people. And it was a lot of fun, and we won. I didn't know who the other people were, but that was a lot of fun. And I didn't wear appropriate shoes, so my feet are pretty muddy. All right, I woke up at 8:45. There wasn't any woodshop ministry today, and then I brainstormed ideas. Next time I have time, I think I'm gonna maybe try this weekend if I can, or at some point. I want to make a poster for Swing Dance Club that we could put up and to advertise. But I talked to the officers on GroupMe and asked about pictures and consent for that and where we could put it up and pretty much what would be the logistics of what was their input about me doing that and stuff, which was cool. And then I spent an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours trying to study for math, and I need to do it because that's how I'm going to get the grade I want to get, or that's how I'm going to not mess up on the test. But it's easier to study something you don't know than to review. So I'm taking a break right now, watching next week's Bible videos for Theo. And then once I'm through all those, I think I'm gonna go back and finish studying math, finish writing my notes. Then I'll rework on my pin mechanic. If you can see back there, where is it? Right back there. Let me see if I can zoom in. I 3D printed some pieces to see if they fit for the door lock, custom door lock. And some of them did, some of them didn't. I'll do some changes, reprint them again. If everything works, then I'll print the entire thing. But that's on to-do list, and then I guess and then study homework for math. And then the last thing I think I want to say is, I don't remember if I said this before, but all the guys are doing No Shave November. I don't know why, but majority of people in the guy side of the door group are doing it. And before I was fine with it, but now it's kind of like.
And then I whipped it.
All right, finished my page of notes. Was working on this a bit, and now it is 2, and I need to quickly run to the football field because we have our choir performance. We're singing in front of everybody. Yeah. All right, choir performance was pretty fun. Now I'm heading to the Maker Hub to print more prototypes for the door lock. I think once I do some finalized measurements, I should be able to see if I'll actually print everything out. I need to see what's the best thing to glue PLA together, and then lastly, and then after that, I think I'll try to get as much other homework I can until like maybe 3:30, 4, probably 4, and then I'll spend an hour and a half prepping for Swing Dance Club. Not in that I'm setting up, but in that I'm trying to learn how to Lindy hop and do other dance moves.
Go for it.
We're recovering. There's more damage to fries than anything. Yeah.
We're trying again.
Alright, I just got back from Swing Dance Club, and this was the best night we've had. I was pretty worried to begin with. There's only 8 people at the beginning. Then the people started slowly trickling in, and yeah, it was a ton of fun.
We played a good chunk of games. I don't know if I'm going to remember to. I know one person we're making videos that we're going to upload, and then I might put some of those as QR codes in the poster I'm going to make for Swing Dance to advertise. But I'll see if I can remember to put them in here. But we had like some steal someone people in the middle, and you steal their partners, and we had like these lines and people dancing across. It was a lot of fun. But then there was like this tango-ish song that came on, and Mark asked if I'd dance with him and I'd be lead and stuff, and we were the only one dancing, so we were being all tango-y and like romantic, and we were really into it. Like Mark was fully dipping his head down, and we started doing this one move, and I was trying to lead Mark to get out of it. It's when you do like these consecutive dips where they put their feet up, but he just thought that was me. I was swinging him even further, so all of a sudden he was on my back as if we were going to do around the world, and I'm like, shoot, I don't know how to do around the world, but I need to do that to get out of this move. So I try to do it, but I mess up, and all of a sudden he's between my legs, like I'm holding him on my back here. His head is between my legs, and I fall backwards, and he stands up, and I'm on the ground, and my foot is in the air, and he grabs it, and then we hold that position for a bit, and then he pulls me back up, and it was really cool. And yeah, it was definitely one of the best swing dance things we've had, and a good turnout. And also now a lot of videos and pictures that I can put up in posters around campus and in links on the Bruin. Alright, heading to... do I want to wear next class? Yeah, I'll go quickly change. But I got some good sleep in. And heading to Sunday school once I change into nicer clothes. Alright, today I went to church as usual, and went to the college and career thing, and a person did a presentation, because everyone there is creating a presentation to show something that you're good at and try to educate everyone else there. And recently one person bought a house, so they showed the process of buying a house and how the market is crazy right now and stuff. So that was pretty interesting, and we played a game, and then went through Matthew chapter 6, and then stayed after for then went to a sermon, and then took down chairs, and then everyone was saying, and I don't know who everyone is, but here, there you go. People were saying that Mark and I are dating now after that last dance. So we went on a date at Fred Meyer and got milk, and he got chips and salsa and stuff. And then we drove back, and I finished what I'm going to do for Caring for Words, and then I checked, and I got my prints back from the prototype lab, and good. 2 of them failed. They were all on one print bed, but everything else was pretty much not affected. So I reprinted. I'm reprinting the parts that failed, and then everything else I tested, and everything worked out. So I'm printing the whole entire thing, and now
Now I'm going to study for math, go through some sample problems. I think I'm only going a lot, maybe an hour and a half to that. And then one of my parts should be, the parts I'm retesting out should be done. And I can maybe print the rest of my models out. I'm not sure. I think. Oh wait, wrong side. Trying to think of anything else. No, I think that would be it. I might. Oh, that's what I'm going to do. Then, if I can't finish all that, then I'm going to try to create a poster for Swing Dance Club. Just throw something together for that, if I have time. Just printed this part and tested that out. That part printed, and now working on this one. Alright, I just helped some people figure out the equations for engineering, and I printed out the parts and they worked out, so now I'm good to go to print everything else out. And so they're pretty long. I'm definitely over my $5 limit in the Maker Hub now, but it's not for personal prints, so we're all good. But I'll probably go check in an hour, 2 hours, make sure everything's working well, but everything should be good. I need to laser cut some of the components, I think probably tomorrow afternoon, and then everything will be good. Now I've got time to work on posters. Alright, I got distracted. Well, not really, but I've been working on the poster and it's gonna turn out so good. Oh man, I'm really enjoying this, but I'm gonna quickly run to dinner before it closes because I waited till last minute again. Alright, I'll update you on how everything goes. Alright, I just had a great experience. One of the officers of the surf club was sitting by himself at dinner right now, and I didn't see anyone else who wanted to sat with, so I just came up and sat with him. I'm like, hey, Avery, right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm from the surf club. And he's like, oh, cool, what's your name? Zaid, and blah, blah, blah. We started talking, and it was so cool. We were talking about, like, plans for the surf club, like, his, like, history with surfing and how he actually grew up in Maui and participated in competitions and stuff, and his job was he was an actual instructor, and how he'd be open to like instructing me and helping me progress and move from a longboard to maybe a hard top, and then also for sure he wants me to jump on a shortboard, and that sounds like so much fun. And I'm like, hey, we should totally form a group chat with everyone, so that if so we have like these days we plan out to go surfing, but then if I'm like, hey, I'm leaving tomorrow to go surfing from this time to this time, does anyone want to come? I've got 3 seats in my car and people can jump on that. He thought that was a good idea, and we can incorporate that somehow. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'm glad I left when I did, and I gotta go finish this awesome poster. Alright, my hair's kind of crazy, but I just finished what I think is a good poster. I just sent it to everyone, and I'm going to get feedback hopefully soon. But I think right now I'm going to, I think I finished most of my stuff. I might go play spoons with the guys in the lobby. But this is what I got. I think it looks pretty good. I really like that image I got off Adobe Stock. I could like what I did here with those there, and then like the blend of images and then QR code and our officer team. But it was a lot of fun, and now I get to move on. All right, all set and ready for bed. You know I had a fun game night if I didn't get any clips. If I didn't get any video clips. But let's see if I can remember. So we started out playing like these crazy spoons where someone hides the spoons and just spoons, but you don't know where spoons are, so everyone rushes and finds them. I didn't like that, and it didn't last very long. So we did a little, well, was going to be a quick game of Rat Screw, but it eventually got to me and Peyton again going head to head, and it went on for a straight half an hour. He had all the jacks, and I kept fighting for him, and I'd get a little over half, and then he'd start collecting my cards, and I'd go down to like maybe 15, 20, and then I'd come back up and go back down and went back and forth. Then finally I overtake him and won, but it was really close. And then we came up here, and then we played Cash and Guns, which I actually have never played that game with a group that actually enjoyed it as much as this group. I changed the rules a bit, and I think that helped a lot, where you raise your hand and then bring it down when you're going to shoot, and I think that worked a lot better and got people more involved and stuff, and made the act of shooting someone and surrendering or dropping out a little more substantial. But yeah, that's it. It lasted all the way to 11:50. I don't know where David is, so I think I'm gonna take some melatonin so I can fall asleep because I'm not very tired. And I'll either start compiling this video, or I'll start compiling this video until I get a little tired, and then I'll try to fall asleep. All right. Good night. Had a fun week. Actually, a really good week. I'd say. Yeah, I think I'd say this has been one of the best weeks. Yeah. But I can't, I don't know what I'm going to put on the bottom of the caption for this video because there's going to be so much. Let me see if I can recall. My engine worked. Okay, that was a big one. I know. Oh, and the tango with Mark. That was a big thing. Man, come on, I know there's more. I definitely know there's more. I'll look over the clips and I'll see what I missed, but it's been good. I got to work on the prototype project. That's been a lot of fun. Alright, see you next week.